Hi, this is Linda. Hope y'all are having a good day. And I'm doing the video to share. I'm going to try to catch up on my videos today. I've got this 6x9. Her name is Ruby. She has upholstery fabric, a beautiful fabric. It looks like a vintage fabric to me, and it certainly has the old world look. And she's got a little bit of stitching here. She's got some grommets, and the tie is some golden sari silk. And this is a canvas fabric that I have, well, just went right out of my mind. And anyway, this is Tim Holtz key lock thing. And I've got one of Tim Holtz clips here that you can take off, and on it it's one of his keys. No, this is not his key. It is a copper key, and I put some beads on it, some glass beads, and then at the bottom there's more glass beads coming from the signatures, in the middle of the signatures, that is strung down there. The seam, the spine is a little over 1 inch, and it's got the same fabric on the back side. Let me get back in the camera here. I'm still getting used to this new setup, guys. And I've got more stitching going down the back side, halfway, or 3/4 of the way. And so this is Ruby, 6x9. She's got sort of a soft cover. She's got craft text, which for the ones that don't know what craft text might be, it's a man-made product. It's not a paper and it's not a fabric, but it's stronger than a fabric. It looks more like a smooth leather on its own, and then I have covered it and sewn it with this fabric. She has 120 pages, and this is what she looks like here and here. She really feels good. The size is perfect for my hands. And so let's untie her and take a look inside. I know I've been absent for a while. I've been pretty tied up with some personal things, and like I said, I have been creating, and so now I've got to catch up on my videos. So on the inside, you have more a different fabric here protecting the spine, and then you have some of Tim Holtz paper, and you have this large policy envelope. Let me get it in. Sorry about that. Some of the fabric protecting the spine, and the Tim Holtz word paper, and then you have this large policy envelope, and it has some stamping on it that I did, and then you have a pocket here and some more sari silk, some of the yellow sari silk. And this is just a collection of different papers. Some of it's paper packs, some of it is was in my general stash that I have printed off. So I mean, it's just a really nice mixture of different fabric. And then I have some fabric. This is some twill canvas fabric that I've made tags out of. Let me show you that. Made some tags, and then I put some lace on them. It just gives it some more interest. And then each one of the first signatures, I don't know whether you can tell, but I used the glossy accents and went around some of the printout, and it gives it a glossy 3D effect. I don't see it coming through on the camera. Maybe if I got up there. There it is, I think. So each one is going to have that kind of treatment, each first page of a signature. Rounded corners. And then on this side of the, nope. You can see the beads down here. This is a little journal that was attached, and it has this beautiful vintage, nice heavy cardstock, and that you can write on. And I've got some fabric inside here, and it's attached to this page, so you can just use it as a little writing pad. And it's got little rounded corners also. On this side we have a Sewn, another writing piece of paper that you can write on. I guess in this journal I tried to do this on pages that you didn't have any space to journal on. So some of them is going to have little pads, and I've sewn this one in. And this is heavy cardstock. It'd be great for you to decoupage on. Both of these would, or glue a picture to, or anything like that. And then you can see the stitching on this side. Some stamping, some leaves. I'm still getting into the fall is coming. And this is some of that tea and coffee stain paper where you put a doily or something in and you get the remnants of the shadow figure here. And that's what this is. And then this is in the group that I put outside that one day that I've done this. And then I've got some more fabric here with a little, it's not a button, it's a, where it goes through and it clamps in, and then I've covered it up with some washi tape. But it's some nice fabric that is fringed. Another imprint there. This was a map of, I think it was, let's see, it could have been the United States, and then I just glued that paper on there where you could make a note on it, journal on it. This is really looks like old world too to me, like a 1940s wallpaper. Again, I put another good size, I think that is a 5x7 card with some little fabric of that beautiful, I love this color for fall especially, canvas fabric. A little fold down here that you can journal on, and I put some pretty lace there. And this is Tim Holtz paper. This is cardstock. A double pocket. This is a fabric pocket that was sewn on. And I think this is some, it's either Mrs. Cobb's or Tracy Fox's flowers that are in the black and white. They both did the ones, and whenever I have them out, I can't tell. Well, I do believe this is Tracy Fox. Yeah, if they were together. And then this is part of an old file folder that I have been, my daughter gave me a lot of file folders, and I've been using them, and I love the fact that I'm recycling something. And so that's what this is, and I love the color for fall. And this is, I know some people have been calling this ephemera folders, or whenever I first started off I didn't know that term. I hadn't seen anybody do it, but I had called it a pocket folder. And so you have 3 pockets inside. You had this one, 2 on the outside here, and then you have 3. You have a little corner pocket here with this little cardstock journaling cards, and then you have some little pieces in this pocket. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets on a side, and they're each got some really unique, interesting cards in here. This one has a little folder, a little heavy cardstock folder that looks like it's been coffee stained, but this is actually paper that comes like this. I buy it off of Amazon. And then here you have more. And it has been sewn all the way around. And then and this is one spot that has the beads, the glass beads. And they're hanging from the signatures were all sewn in with the wax linen thread. And here's your beads. And then on the back side you have a piece of fabric that was sewn, and then you have a pocket here. And then this is this tape that was put on the folder, you know, the type of tape that you buy at Home Depot. It's not really a craft tape, just to give it some age look. More stamping. A beautiful cardstock again by Tim Holtz. I love his papers. He's just one of my favorites. Again, I put this on here where you can make notes or use it as your bullet pointing. And here is the other side of that map. It was the United States, and here's Canada. More note places. This is very smooth coffee tea staining. It's sort of light, but it has all of the little interesting characteristics in it. It's not too dark, it's not too light. It turned out beautiful. I'm just going to have to do it again. See the back side? I love that. Some stamping, and here's another doily imprint with some stamping down here. See, all of the papers are very interesting. A lot of cardstock throughout. Another, and here you get a good look at what was in between the two signatures. Oh, look at that. It's just like it puddled on there just perfectly. This is, I think, it is a pocket. Yep. There. A little bit of the fabric from the front cover and back covers. More writing space. Each one of these is on a cardstock too. I don't know, you couldn't feel that. But each one of them is on a cardstock in case you wanted to decoupage the whole thing. And I started it off, I think each one of them had something that would start you off on a decoupage. You could just glue it all up, make your own piece of art. Here's the fall leaf. These are silk fall leaves. Piece of that canvas fabric with the brad. That was the word I was missing in the front part, was brad. I always have a hard time communicating when on my first video that I haven't done I haven't done videos in a while. Because when I'm at home, I don't hardly talk that much at all. I'm a very quiet person. A matter of fact, when I do talk, my French bulldog, Lily Ann, she jumps up on me and she wonders, what's the matter, Mommy? What's the matter? I mean, you're making noise, and she doesn't understand it. It's really funny. My daughter finds it quite amusing. A nice big pocket here with some more of that tape. This is a 4x6 card, and then you have an envelope. I think this is an envelope. No, oh no, yep, yeah it is. That this can fit into, like that. And it goes right in there. And then this is on the front side of another ephemera folder. And it's the same makeup as the other one. It's sewn all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets on the side, and just one big one on this one. And then each one of them has something. This is really a pretty that I just roughly cut out there. And then this one is, you have plenty, I mean, just oodles and oodles of journaling space. But like this one is a heavy cardstock again, so I mean you could do a lot with this if you wanted to tear these up and start your own collaging in this journal and other journals. They would work out just fine. And these are the pockets over here, sewn all the way around again, and here are your beads inside of this one. And then you have the back pocket with the tape, and then you have the, this is Tim Holtz check pattern that just goes beautifully with these old vintage file folders. Another one of these. I do that where you can feel how heavy this paper is. And another one, and then some stamping. I made these hand torn like this, you know, but not roughly, but I mean hand torn, and then I wanted them to look like a burnt look, like they were embossed down into this page, burnt into it like you do wood, and I think it really turned out beautiful. Another little pocket there. That running noise that you hear, that motor noise, is the refrigerator that sits right behind me. Down in my studio, I have a kitchen area. I have cabinets over there and a counter where my journals stay until I do a video on them. And then I have the refrigerator, and then a huge laundry sink, and it's also the place that I clean up all my supplies and everything. And then I have another big wood table. It's huge. It's like 14 by 10 by 14, and sometimes I spray my stuff on that table and things like that. And then my creativity area is over behind me, way behind me back there. And so, but this is where I'm up here, and we decide, we've always done it up here, but I noticed that sometimes in my videos I can hear that refrigerator behind me. It's just an extra refrigerator. It's not one that we really use. We use the freezer part more than anything. And then you have this beautiful stamping here. It has a lot of characteristics in this one and interest. And then you've got a little page flip out there, a little leaf peeping over, number stamp, and then this beautiful floral page, and then another writing area for your notes. And then this is the back side, which is identical to the front side, with the large policy envelope that has been stamped on top of the Tim Holtz paper. And you can see it's a pretty flexible product. And then, but I do want you to see that can you see that the front fabric comes all the way around and covers up everything. And then I added this for more interest in color that protects the spine also. But Craftex is better than using cardstock, or because it's not going to, and then it's a double protection with all of the fabric on the inside and outside. It doesn't crack, it doesn't wear out whenever you're doing like this all the time, where fabric will, cardstock or paper will begin to wear out here and tear apart from your journals. And so that's why I always try to protect it. So this is Ruby, 6x9, 120 pages. And if you're interested in her, you can visit my Etsy site. I don't know, my husband's going to be out most of the day today. This is a Friday. It's October already, and we have a beautiful fall day today. It has been really hot here. We've been up in the high 90s. That's what happens in Louisville, is we're going to be in the high 90s today and yesterday, and then we're in the 70s today. This is our 1 or 2 days of fall, and then we can fall right into winter after that. We don't really have a fall. We just have a few days that acts like fall, or we can go straight from summer to winter also. I've seen that here. But this is what she looks like with the beads hanging. She's really I love the fabric hanging down, and then this is the clasp that you can take off. So thank you for watching so much. It was sort of nice me coming back, and I'm glad that you sort of hung in there with me with all of my bumblings and everything today. Hopefully I'll get better with the next video. And so I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.